What a beautiful day on this beautiful earth. I have really just been giving into my creative energy, my creative flow, and it's been so beautiful. And that's what I'm here to talk to you today about is just that creative flow and allowing yourself to flow with it and not resisting it, not questioning it, and just simply listening to what your body, your mind is telling you to do, telling you to create in that moment, and create it. Y'all know how much I love singing and how I've been saying for months, honestly, even years, how I want to perform more. I want to sing more. I want to put myself out there. And I talked about how I did karaoke and it was absolutely terrifying. But do you know what I did? I had a dream. I had a dream the other night. It was more of like a vision. It was a very clear, distinct vision of me in this like super sick 70s outfit, like 70s vibe. I had my big, tall, brown platform boots on. I'm wearing my earth tones, and I'm on stage performing. I had that dream. And then the next day, I went to the park, and do you know what I did? I wrote a fucking song. And then do you know what I did after that? I called up one of my producer friends, and I told him that I wrote a song. And I said, let's record it. And so I went over to his house that same night, and I recorded my first song, my first demo. What, me? I recorded a demo. All because I had that vision. I had that dream. And it showed me very clearly, this is the time. And then a whole song just poured out of me. There was no struggle, there was no resistance. The words just came right out. And then I got to his house, because I was at the park. This was between like 5 and 8 o'clock. I think I called him at like 7:30 and was like, yo, I know this is like in the moment, spontaneous, but can I come record a song tonight? Because I'm in the energy and I need to do it now. And he was like, yeah, come at like 10:30. So I get there by like 11:30. And then we're literally working on it until 5 a.m. And now I understand how artists are just in the studio all night. Because like, it was such a vibe. It was so stimulating. And I have watched so many people record songs. I've been in so many studios. I work with a lot of producers and I'm around artists all the time. And I've never been the one in the chair with the headphones on. And like the way that it sounded and just the way that people record, it was like, well, this is so magical. Like I got such a new understanding and appreciation of artists and people who make music. Because I was like, that is so sick. And it takes so much precision and understanding of yourself and your voice and control. And I was like, oh my god. Like we did the first takes. I had my whole song, I had my lyrics on my book. I'm holding that in front of me, and we did the couple takes just to like get it out there. And then we like went through and we did the whole song. And then by the end of it, I was really actually starting to feel it and I was in my groove. So we went back and re-recorded the first half because it was like, I know I can do that much better now. And I did. It was like 100 times better. And now we're just working on like the production of it. And that's so sick. But moral of the story is, that's something I've been wanting to do for so long. And it just like, it never felt like the time. It never felt like the time. But I had a vision. And it was like, you gotta write this song. And like, when I was at the park, I just started like drawing myself on the stage. And like, I wrote out what my outfit was and like all the little details. And then on the next page, it was like, boom, you have a song now. And I was like, what? And you know what I did yesterday? Like the next day after I recorded that, because this was just 2 days ago. So I wrote a song, recorded it, same night. And then the next day, I wrote another song. So now I have 2 songs and one's recorded. Just out of nowhere. Because I just gave in to some creative energy and was like, you know what? This is it. And another thing that this like brings up is just allowing yourself to pivot. You know, we're all so talented. We have so many interests, and I feel like the battle is always, okay, what do I focus on right now? Just listen to your intuition. Listen to what that creative energy is saying. Because, you know, you may want to work on your music or your brand or whatever you're working on, your painting, but that's just not what you're meant to be focused on right now. You know, maybe you have 3 good days where you're like, okay, this painting is coming together so nicely, and then you wake up and it's like, you know what? I'm going to work on this today. And that is so beautiful. And that is just like the flow of creativity, because you're not meant to force yourself to work on one thing for an extended period of time, you know, unless you're in that energy. But you never want to force and you never want to resist. And you know, like, of course we have deadlines and we have things to get done, especially if you're an artist full time and that's your life. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta force yourself to go sit down and be like, okay, I have to get this done. But like, besides the deadline portion of it, just allowing yourself to create. And it feels so good. Like I did that, and it honestly, like, it wasn't bad. It's not bad. It's mom approved. It's mom approved. And I'm honestly really proud of it. I've listened to it so many times, and I'm excited to go back and just like, cause I'm such a perfectionist. Like I'm in there and he's like, Maggie, this is your first time ever doing this. Will you relax? And I'm like, you're right. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because this is just the start of something new. It's the start of something new. Dropping some High School Musical bars. Ugh. Another thing that I've been doing is just writing down all of my ideas. Just writing out everything. I feel so connected to myself and my creativity right now. It's truly phenomenal. It's so phenomenal. Just how aligned and tapped in I feel to myself and my visions and my life right now. I have no distractions. And I'm just creating. And I'm just living. And it's all just so beautiful. And all of the energy around is supporting that right now. So many transitions happening. Mother Nature is cleansing herself. We are being cleansed. And so just give yourself that time to create and connect with yourself. Allow yourself to just be the creative kid that you are. And yes, I called you a kid. We're all just big kids. And if you don't want to be that, then I'm sorry. Because I personally want to be that. I want to be a big kid with a lot of money and a lot of dreams, and, you know, that's all I want. I don't ever want to stop being a kid. Because that's where the fun is. That's where the creativity is. That's where the magic of life really is in the wonders of a child. Just grateful to have the opportunity. Like, I came out here and I got connected with so many musical geniuses and just amazingly talented people, and every single time I'm either at a show or talking to an artist or in the studio, it's like, fuck, man, I want to be the one making it. I want to be the one making the music. And now I am. And now I'm working on my first EP. Surprise! Surprise. That's so fun how life just like happens. You know, it's like one moment I don't even know. And now I'm working on an EP. Who knows when that's gonna drop? But it's happening. Because why not? And like, wherever this goes, I don't even care. Because it's just simply the fact that I have such a desire to create this. And I'm so excited. Truly. And that's all that matters. That is all that matters, is that I'm excited to create it right now. The rest will happen, however, whenever it happens. You know, one thing I've been like really thinking about recently is how people tell you to just really hone in on one craft and get really good at one thing, and then you can start to branch out. But I feel like just in the state that I'm in, it's like all of the things that I'm doing are so connected. So it's like I'm just building out my entire brand of myself. Like I feel like the words that came to me for that song was sparked through me speaking and having the podcast and having the confidence in my words. And getting into acting and modeling gave me the on-camera confidence to even start this podcast. And it's like all of it goes together, because I feel like, especially in the creative world, like it's hard to just do one thing. Like no artist in the world is good at just one thing. They're not just focused on one thing. Maybe they have like their main focus, but they're doing like a bunch of other things. And I think of my life right now, I'm kind of in the building blocks of what is my main focus. Because I do have a lot of focuses. I'm modeling, I'm acting, I'm doing the podcast. Now I'm making music, and I want to get my yoga certification. That one is for sure, like, that's just going to happen when it happens. So is everything else. It's just, I just create when I'm in the moment and when I need to get something done. And then I just allow life to take it from there. So it's like, I can understand that perspective of, oh, you just have to get really, really good at one thing and just focus in on one thing right now. But it's like, what if I have enough energy to do it all and I'm not spreading myself thin and it's all mutually beneficial with everything that I'm focused on? We all have our own journeys and we all do it our own ways, and I feel good about my life and everything that I'm creating right now, and I think that's what's most important. There's always going to be outside ideas, outside opinions, and just how others are getting successful and how others are taking the route to their life. But it's like, I'm on my own path. And if this feels good for me, then I just have to continue with that. Because that's, we're creating our own stories. We're creating our own path. And no one path is going to look the same unless you're trying to copy somebody. But it's still, you can't copy people, because it's still just your own version of their idea. And that is the beauty of life. That's the beauty of being an artist. I'm really just trying to let go of the idea of perfection and more of just doing what feels good, doing what feels right to me. Another thing is like, I think, this is my observation of why the music is coming into my life right now. It's because whenever I was sharing about the song, I was saying, like, I was describing how it goes, and I was like, there's not really much of like a chorus, and it's more of just like a one-liner. And what it like reminded me a lot of was like an old 50s jazz Julie London song. That's kind of the vibe that I was in whenever I was writing it, and I'm like, she just got these amazing one-liners. She doesn't really have like a chorus. And he was like, yeah, because you can do whatever you want. There's no rules to this. And I was like, you're right. There are no rules. There are no rules to art. There's no rules to creating. There are no rules to any of it. You can make your music however you want. And that's why music is so beautiful. And I feel like I've been putting rules on myself, like for this podcast or just everything else. It's like, there are no rules. I can literally do whatever the fuck I want. I can create this podcast however I want. I can say whatever I want. I can promote it however I want. I can design it however I want. And it's simply just a reflection of me, of my creativity and my expression. And that's the beauty of it. There are no rules. You can literally just do whatever you want. And I think I really needed to hear that. Like, I am really learning to trust myself and trust my ideas and know that they're fucking amazing. My creations are amazing. My creations are powerful. Like, literally any idea that I have is an amazing idea. Just knowing that my mind is powerful. My one of my biggest intentions right now is just believing in myself as an artist. Believing in my ideas. Having faith in them. Having faith in the power that they hold and the impact that they're going to have. I think that's one of the most important things as an artist, is to believe in yourself. I mean, for anything. The most important thing in life is to believe in yourself. Have this undenying faith that you're gonna succeed, that you're capable, that your ideas are worth something, that your mind is worth something, your opinions are worth something. You know, that's something I've struggled with my whole life, is just expressing myself and sharing my opinion and confronting situations and really using my voice and knowing that my opinions hold value, my ideas hold value. Me as a whole individual holds value, and not based on any external thing. It's just simply, I am alive and I am breathing, and that is my value. I'm here. I have a mind. That's my value. I have a voice. That is my value. I don't need any validation. I don't need any other opinions trying to tell me I'm worth it or tell me that I'm worthy. I'm simply valuable because I'm here and because I am me. And you are the same. We are valuable because we are alive, because we're beings, because we are divine. We are literally divine beings. And another thing that I started yesterday, actually, was I got this book, The Abundance Book. And I just started reading it yesterday. And it's super short and powerful. And I was sitting at the park because I found this amazing park by my house. It's like literally 5 minutes away. Absolutely perfect park. Like, whenever I envision a park to like go hang out at or sit under a tree, like, this is the perfect park. Like, the trees aren't super tall, and they're just like, they're short trees, and there's a lot of shade, and there's a lot of area for like people to just like spread out, and there's like little trails you can walk on, and it was just absolutely the perfect park. And it's like kind of hidden in a neighborhood. Amazing. But anyways, I was sitting there reading this book, and in this book it includes the 40-day prosperity plan. And I decided that I was going to start that. And so for the first day, you just write out in your journal, you choose the day that you're going to start it, and you write out this copy from this book, put it in your journal, and then that's the first day. And then from every day after that, it gives you 10 statements to read out loud in the morning. You choose one per day, and you will do all 10 of them 4 times because it's 40 days. And so you read out the statement either before you go to bed or when you wake up, and you think on it, and then you journal on it. And that's your activity for the day. And you do that for 40 days. And so I'm on day 2. Or day 1, I guess. Technically day 1, because yesterday was the initiation. And now I'm on day 1. But if you're interested in that 40-day prosperity plan, send me a message or comment below, and I can share it with you. Or if you just want to get this book, it's called The Abundance Book. Super phenomenal. I'm super excited for that. And, you know, I believe in ideas and plans like this, because it's just 40 days of you connecting and being intentional with yourself about an idea and a focus. And that's how habits are built. It takes 30 days to create a new habit. And this is a 40-day plan. So we're about to be golden. But I'm excited, and I'll keep you guys updated just on that journey and, what prosperous things come into my life while I'm doing this. Because things have already been blessed and beautiful. And so I'm super excited for that. And, yeah. Let me know if you're interested, and I can share that with you. I'll just send you pictures of the pages. Or you can just get the book yourself. Always recommend that. And you do have to have a journal for it. So hope you got the journal already. Oh, yes. But I love you guys, and I love creating, and I love being an artist, and I love just discovering more of myself and my passions every day and expressing them more and sharing them here with you guys, and I'm grateful for you, and I appreciate you for showing up every single Thursday to tune in to the Magical Lane. And if you enjoyed this episode, the best way to support is to like, subscribe, give it a rate. Let's keep those 5 stars going, and just comment and share it with the people that need it the most. Share it with your homies, share it with your mom, your dad, share it with the whole fam. We try to keep it for everybody. But I love you guys, and go create and go try something new. And again, let me know if you want to know about the prosperity plan.